Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Let's have a talk, okay? Let's talk about what's going on with visitor visas. Looks like the U.S. wants you to spend at least $15,000 on bond in order to get a visitor visa. Let's see. How are you? How are you feeling? Let's have a talk, okay? If you have a question, please put in the comment section. Yeah, DHS DHS terminates temporary protected status for Nepal. We already knew that, right? Nepal is terminated effective August 5th. That was yesterday. Uh, the but you have a 60 days grace period, right? So basically, let me share this screen so we can so you know what I'm talking about here. Okay. First of all, TPS for Nepal, okay? DHS terminates temporary protected status for Nepal. Effective was yesterday, okay? August 5th, 2025. However, um, TPS continue until November 18, 2025, because people usually have the 60 days period, grace period. And the work permit too is valid until November 18, 2025. Basically, um, you know, that's the grace period, the 60-day grace period. Okay. Will now be able to remain in the US until November 18, 2025. That's when you're trying to figure out what you best move. Basically, that's what it is. And within that 60 days period of time, if somebody has something to file, as far as, let's say, marriage type, they can do it. What else? For Honduras, the same thing. It's valid until November 18, 2025. The work permit as well until November 18, 2025. Okay. Mm. Uh, if you wanna, if basically you're at the job and they're telling you that it has already been terminated, you need to print out this government website and show to them, because you can still work until November 18, 2025. So which gives you September, October, November, at least 90 days quiz period, okay, to save up some money. Let me stop right here. That's for TPS. Let me see if we have something else going on. Oh my God, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, let me see. We have a question here. Good afternoon. I received my 5 years work permit today and lost it today. What? Will the new come with the same validity and is processing time for replacement shorter? No, you just have to go online and check the processing time for replacement. It's pretty much just the same. But you can still work with the approval notice. I'm pretty sure you have the approval notice, right? That letter, you can still work with that letter. But I can't believe it. How would you? Those are the documents people really just have it, like, you know, looking at it every single moment. How did you, maybe somebody got it from your job. Did you try to look around, ask around? Like usually you look at the last place you were, okay? Can't believe this is happening. Yeah, just file for replacement, but regardless, you can still work with the approval notice. I hope you have the approval notice, right? I hope you didn't lose that one. Yeah, but it's still gonna take the same. Yeah, unless you try to expedite. Oh, you might get lucky by expediting, file an expedite request or something like that on it. Yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about this one. This one is not good. Okay. Let me share the screen here. By the way, let me share my live session first of all on IG, because I don't see we don't have a lot of people here. I have to share it myself. Since you're not sharing, you need to be sharing so we can have more people talking about sharing this topic, so we have more people interested in this topic. Okay, let me. And please like, by the way, I don't see any like here. I'm trying to share before I continue with the news. We have a bad news. This is bad. So yeah, I just share. You can do the same too. Try to share on your WhatsApp and IG the link, so we can get some people in the live session. Okay. So this is bad news, by the way. This is bad news. Okay, DHS delegates enforcement authority to USCIS director. What exactly this one means? Basically, what it says is that the department has delegated its authority, like DHS has delegated its authority to USCIS director. They will order expedite remove. Now USCIS will be doing that. They will issue orders of arrest and removal and detain non-citizens. Basically, when you go into those USCIS interviews, if something is not right, especially when it comes to fraudulent marriage, USCIS will have the authority now to arrest you on the spot. Somebody who's involved in those type of activities. They can detain. Remember, mandatory detention under the Lake and Riley Act, theft-related crimes, even though those crimes can be considered minor crimes like misdemeanor, uh, it still requires a mandatory detention. And if you go to those interviews and you happen to have been charged, remember for that Lake and Riley Act, it's not just about the conviction, the charge itself, okay, accused of or charged of. So USCIS will definitively, detain that person and arrest. That's the authority that USCIS has now. That's bad. That's really bad news. Um, okay. It looks like this, it was posted today, but this authority, they've been working on it for sometimes now. Authority to order expedited removal under Section 8 U.S. Code, 8 U.S. Code, Section 1225. Okay, authority under the immigration laws included but not limited to section 235, 236, and 235, 241 to issue an executive detainers and warrant of arrest or removal, detain alien, release alien on bond, and other appropriate conditions as provided by law. So the thing that DHS is supposed to be doing, so they are delegating that authority to USCIS. Basically, DHS can do it and USCIS can do it as well. So that's what is authority to investigate alleged civil and criminal violations. This is huge. After immigration laws, this is huge. Okay. So yeah, it was actually done on May 20th, May 2nd, 2025, but it looks like it has been posted again today, just to make sure that people understand why USCIS, why there are arrests, why arrests are happening at the USCIS, um, at those USCIS service centers. So because they have the authority to do so now that TH has delegated that authority. Okay. And luxury of extraordinary circumstances. All those. Let me just stop sharing and look at what we can find here. In Indiana, DH has announced partnerships to expand detention space. DHS and Indiana. What else we have here? Do you know that nowadays they're working on basically visa bond pilot program? Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. Let me share my screen here. So basically, basically what's happening is that the Department of State, okay, let me share my screen. Share my screen. Okay. Yeah, the Department of State, what they're doing is that they're establishing a 12-month visa bond pilot program, which applies to B1, B2 visa applicants from select countries with high overstay rates. So basically, if you come from a country where people from that particular country, when they come, they overstay their visa, and now you're outside trying to get a visitor visa, you might be subject to a bond. Bond like 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. 10,000 a month is the standard. 5,000 for those who are unable to pay 10,000 in full. Yeah, and then 15,000 is for applicant who will not be deterred by the 10,000 a month because the nature and extent of their contact in the U.S. So just to make sure that you're gonna go home, right? So basically you pay, but it's case by case basis. They look at your case and see if the person warrant a bond. Yeah. So just to make sure that people after the visa they are going to go back home, right? After their stay. So basically that's what's happening. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, what else we have here? Wow, that's interesting. That's the thing that everybody's been talking about if you see on the internet. Let's see what's going on with farm worker. Okay, Trump teases policy for migrant farm labor. What else he's gonna do? That was yesterday, right? President Trump said Tuesday that his administration will release a new rule and regulation on migrant farm labor as the country needs for workers and the food they help produce clashes with his vow to deport undocumented immigrants. I guess what he's trying to do is to come up with a policy that will allow farm workers to get a work permit and stay. Um, Basically, that's what they're saying here. They want to find a solution. Yeah, but there's a lot of opposition because it looks like they're singling out only one particular area of workers, give them some type of uh, favoritism. So I don't know how it's going to play out. So that's what Trump has in mind. What else we're going to see here? Yeah, I don't know what else they have in mind. But that could be good, right? At least some people will get some type of work permit. Um, is it true time? I don't know. You know, those people, I really don't have no clue how long I-130 actually takes. We had one that was for lawful permanent resident. They call us even before the U.S. citizen spouse. Like basically, I don't know why they decided to call us for the interview because usually those I-130 petitions for lawful permanent resident take longer, you know, but they called us for the interview in they even call us earlier. We had to postpone it, so they call us like in within 7 months. I talked about it last time, so I don't really know those time frame if it's really true, right? But if here in the Baltimore, what I know for sure, it takes a little bit. You have to give it at least 2 years if you live in this area, minimum, because it takes too long. Unless they're just calling the person who applied concurrently and under 2 years marriage, you know, those the one that they have to give them the conditional green card. Those application I see, if you apply concurrently, of course, I see those type of application. They call them a little bit sooner, like 3 months, 9 months, 6 months. So the short answer is really I don't know if it's true or not. When can I apply for your kid after my I-130 is approved for VAWA? If your kid is underage, you should apply. If you have the green card, yeah, you have the green card, you should file for them, especially if they're under the age of 21, right? Unless lawful permanent resident filing for children under the age of 21, I think you should apply. I don't think there's let's see if the visa immediate relative. Maybe you have to look at availability because they are not really considered immediate relative because it's a green card holder. Yeah, you need to look at availability of the visa. Yeah, because the green card holder. Yeah, once the visa becomes available, that's when you apply. That's it. That's the answer. Availability of visa. Uh, green card holder. Let's see. 485. Yeah, you need to go on the visa bulletin and see for green card holders. Um, yeah, because that's not like immediate relative, basically. Uh, family sponsor type of visa. That's second preference, right? Spouses and children, and unmarried son and daughter for permanent resident. Family preference level is second preference. Let's see. When will the visa be available? Yeah, family second preference. I think the availability for second preference. Doesn't. I think. Let's see. I'm not sure. I don't really apply for those. I think it's a green card holder. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Yeah, that's second preference. Sponsor preferences. Second preference. But why is not saying? Why is not showing here? Oh, okay. Second preferences. Okay. F2. Spouse and children of permanent resident. Okay. F2A. Final action date for family sponsor. Date of filing, family sponsor. Um, I think you can file because they are on April 1st, 2025. So if if you are approved around April 1st, 2025, those are the application they're working on right now. So I don't know if you are approved after, you have to wait for your visa to become available. If you are approved before until April 1st, 2025, then you can apply because the second preference. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't like looking at those visibility. Okay. You still get down to enter even activity in Baltimore area. Baltimore area, especially if it's a standalone I-130, yeah, they're still interviewing people. But of course, there are some exceptions, right? But they are still interviewing people. They're still gonna send an interview letter. The only person I didn't get an interview out of my all my clients, I didn't have only one person. They didn't call them for the interview. They just approved it without interview. But other than that, all those other clients, they're calling every like next week. I have interview in Baltimore for I-130 and I-485. So yeah, they're calling for those interviews. Good afternoon, Bijoux. Good afternoon, Chic. How are you? But Baba T, did you get the answer? Chick, do you have a question? We're just talking about what's going on with the immigration on the Trump era. Yeah, if we don't have enough questions, I think we can be done for today. I was just checking in to see what's going on. Okay, we don't have questions, I guess. Okay, we don't have question. No question. I'm just saying hi. Oh yeah. Hi, how are you? Uh, Thanks for showing up. We were just trying to answer some questions and talk about the latest immigration news. I guess we're done because we don't really have enough questions anyway for today. We come back when we have more news. Okay. Yeah. Until next time. Bye bye.